Okay, so now we're going to look at mean word problems. It says the mean of Nat's first 3 tests this quarter is 89. If he scores 86 on the next test, what will be his final average? These are a little bit different than the problems you've seen in the past because they give you the mean of 3 exams, but they don't tell you each individual exam score. So you don't know what he got on test 1, you don't know what he scored on test 2, and you don't know what he scored on test 3. What you know is that the mean was 89. So you know that when he adds them, gets some sum, we don't know what the sum was, divides by 3, the average, the mean is 89. So before you can add in the 86 and find the new average, you have to go back to the sum before he divided by 3. So the first step is to multiply by 3 because you're going backwards. So the first step is to multiply 89 times 3, which takes you back to that sum. So 89 times 3 is going to give us 267. So the sum here is 267. Now that you're in that sum, now you can take the new score of 86 and add that in. So 267 plus 86 is going to give us 353. And now with the new sum, you can now divide that by 4 because now you have 4 test scores. And the new final average would be 88.25. And remember, don't round unless you are told to in the problem, and we weren't, so you just leave it like that. Okay, so you can't add 89 and 86 and divide by 2. That's not going to work. That's a very common mistake. Okay, now finding measures of central tendency from a frequency table. You can be given a frequency table like this and be asked to find the mean, the median, and the mode. So this is showing you that a height of 77 inches, these are heights of basketball players. There are 3 basketball players. That's what frequency 3 means. 3 basketball players are 77 inches tall, and 7 basketball players are 76 inches tall. So to find the mean, you can't just add up these numbers and divide by whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't add them and divide by 7 because there are 3 77s and there are 7 76s and so on and so on. So what you would have to do is you'd have to do 77 times 3 and then add 76 times 7 plus 75 times 2 plus 74 times 3 plus 73 times 1, which is 73, plus there are no 72s, so I'm not going to add 72, plus 71 times 1. And that whole sum, you have to make sure you hit enter and get that whole sum, gets divided not by 7 because there aren't 7 basketball players. There are, you have to add up the frequencies to find the total frequency. There are 10, 12, 15, 16, 17 basketball players. 17 is your total frequency because there are 17 basketball players, so you divide by 17. And that will represent your mean. Okay, the median, as I was saying before, we're not going to list out, if the list of numbers is huge, we're not going to list them out and cross out to find the middle. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to sort of mentally figure out the median. You know, if there are 17 players, and I'm drawing a picture for you to see, if you wanted to divide the number of players, imagine them all lined up, you would have 8 players on one side and 8 players on the other because 8 plus 8 is 16. So imagine them lined up here, the first guy, the second guy, the third guy, etc., till you get to the 17th guy. And then the 18th player, could be a girl too, the 18th player would be, I'm sorry, there are 8, I'm getting 17, 7th. Sorry, let me erase this. So until here you get to the 8th player. And then this middle person, there'd be one person in the middle because 8 plus 8 is 16, and then we have one more in the middle. That would be your 9th player. So the 9th player is the median, is the middle. So what you do is you add your frequencies. You go to your frequency table and you add up the numbers in this right column until you find the 9th person. So I'll do this in green. I'm adding 3 plus 7 is 10. So the first 10 players are in here. So the 9th player must be in this group of 7. He's a 76-inch tall player. So 76 is my median. I could add my frequencies from the other direction, from the bottom also. If I added 1 plus 0, it's 1. Plus 1 is 2. Plus 3 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. I'm looking for the 9th player. So right here, I've got 7 players. So the 9th player has to be somewhere in the next group of 7 players, which again is the same answer, 76 is my median. And then the mode is the easiest to answer. The highest frequency you could see right away is the one with a frequency of 7, which is the 76. All right, so you're going to be practicing this. This is going to get harder, the finding the middle, if there are a large number of people that you have to kind of like imagine it and count in from the frequency table. So that might take some practice. And we're going to stop there, and then you guys have some problems to do tonight. All right, thanks.